Welcome back. We're here to preview Monday night's Premier League game at Selhurst Park between Crystal Palace and Sunderland. Matt, let's start with Sunderland. They're down in the bottom three and had two really bad results, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, touched on the 8-0 last week against Southampton, which was obviously a terrible result for everyone involved. It's embarrassing. You know, it wasn't even a defeat; it was an annihilation. Last time out against Arsenal was disappointing as well because Arsenal weren't great. You know, the game was a bit sort of nothingy, but the two goals they conceded, individual areas, that will hurt Gus Boyle more than anything. You know, if you get played with the park, then you can sort of understand it, but the first one with Wes Brown was terrible, and Manoni didn't cover himself in glory by going to ground too easy. The second one is just, you know, you see that Sunday morning, you're asking your goalkeeper, what are you doing? You know, it's that bad. I think he's got to be dropped now. You know, enough's enough. You come to the point where you can make mistakes, everyone do, but they've got Costel Pantilimon from City there, who is a good goalkeeper, kept Joe Hart out the City team last season for a stage. So I think he should come in, but they've got other worries as well, so certainly scoring goals.
Yeah, scoring goals as well. They didn't score in either of those two defeats, and I think, like you say, those individual errors, there's things you just can't account for as a manager, especially those two against Arsenal. They were just terrible. And like there's some errors you're like, oh, maybe you can judge for that a bit, but they were just so bad. But then you look at their strikers and you think they need to start scoring goals soon, because they had that win against Stoke at home, 3-1 at home, where Fletcher and Wickham, they looked really good together, but that was just a bit of an anomaly, really, because it looks like in the two recent games they haven't been able to sort of find any chemistry together, whether one of them has to be dropped and they sort of change formation. But you look at other players as well. Catamol started the season, we scored that stunner at West Brom, but he's gone quiet. I mean, I know he's not usually a goal scorer anyway, but he, you know, he's not particularly helping midfield. And I think Adam Johnson as well. You know, when he was at City, he had flashes where you think, you know, this guy could be maybe a key player for England in the future. But he's gone really quiet for Sunderland, and they need all of those players in the midfield and attack to really step up soon, because you know they'll look at this game against Palace and think they can probably win this.
Palace as well. I mean, they should have won last time, shouldn't they, against West Brom? They were 2-0 up. You know, they're playing some good stuff under Warnock in that particular game. You know, had control of the game, but West Brom obviously buoyed from there to result against Manchester United on Monday evening, the game before. But if you're 2-0 up away from home, you have to sort of lock down, don't you, and concede. It's sort of like what West Ham did against City. Sorry, they conceded one, but then you shut down. You know, you make sure you get the points. Warnock was obviously not happy with decisions in that game. You know, the elbow from Craig Dawson, etc., and the goal, which was quite bad, to be honest. And Warnock's got himself in trouble, but you know, they had to win last time out. It's just going to be really disappointing for Warnock.
It will be, and that's now 3 games without a win for them. And you know, Warnock, he did start quite well, and everyone said, you know, is this the right appointment? But he got off to a decent start at Palace, but now 3 games without a win, and I think they're just above the bottom 3 in 16th. And you know, they need to start picking up some wins soon. They've got some winnable games coming up, but you know, at the end of the month they play Chelsea, City, and Liverpool 3 games in a row. And you know, I know Liverpool aren't in the best form, but you look at Chelsea and City and you think they're going to be 2 losses, and you know, Liverpool would probably beat them as well. So they need to start picking up points in these next 3 games coming up, because otherwise they're going to tumble down and they might even be in the bottom 3 come Christmas. And you know, everyone says, you know, if you're at the bottom at Christmas, then you know what happens. You know, statistically you're likely to go down. So they need to pick up wins soon. Do you think they will do so here?
I think it'll be a draw. I think going 1-1. I mean, neither team's in particularly good form. They're both sort of struggling a little bit. I'm going to say 1-1.
I think Palace might actually nick it. I think, you know, Selhurst Park, there's often a great atmosphere there. I think it's a Monday night game. You know, the fans will be there. They'll be packed out. And I think, given that it's a nighttime game, the atmosphere should be really good. And I think they might just take them over the line. I think they're going to win 2-1. So we've got a draw and a Palace win. Thanks for watching.